So I'm out here today collecting thimbleberries with Kona, and we got nice beautiful thimbleberries popping up everywhere, all up and down the mountain roads here. They're just starting to come into blue. It's August 2nd, and there's a few berries just about on every plant that are ripe, and there's a bunch more about to be ripe. So I'll be hitting this spot up again in about another 3 or 4 days and harvesting the rest of these. Beautiful berries, quite delicious. I like them better than raspberries. They're kind of like a tart raspberry, in my opinion. Really easy to see from the side of the road. The plants are very easy to recognize. Quite large leaved. So here's the thimbleberries I collected so far. I'm going to go back to camp and make some thimbleberry pancakes. Should be delicious. Here's some currant berries that I've been eating. For the last week or so I had no battery in my iPod to take video. These ones are kind of covered in cobwebs. They're very good, very tasty. As soon as I find another bush, we'll be making some pancakes. Quite delicious. Do love good currant. It's August 6th. Here I'm in that same meadow that had all the onions. Now we have a field full of yampa. Beautiful white flower. At first glance you might think it's a second bloom of onions. But it's yampa. The closest thing that it looks like that I can see is like a little carrot type flower. It's very sweet, nice little guy. I picked some here. They're quite small, especially if you pick them when they're flowering. If you can get them before they're flowering, the roots are a lot bigger. They're not putting all their energy into flower development. I've been eating some gooseberries. Here's a gooseberry bush. Nasty little fruit. Here they are, actually all spiked up. Very tasty. I'm gonna go find some that are ripe. These ones aren't ripe, but the ones that I'm finding that are ripe, there's not very many left on the bush because all the critters keep eating them. But here's one I can show you, and they're all hanging there. Okay, here's a ripe one. You can see how it's all nice and red and fat. Oh, fell right off the bush. That's usually a good indicator. Another good way to tell if it's ripe is the spikes will kind of lay down a little bit easier than usual. When they're green and they're not ready to be picked, the spikes are quite hard and very pokey. The way that I eat these is I cut them in half with a knife and I squeeze out the insides. Here's it cut in half, and what I usually do is I will press the spikes down on itself and squeeze and eat the fruit that's in there right out of my fingers without trying to poke my tongue